Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Excuse me. Wherever you're at in the world, hello. It's Queen Brivixen. And as you can hear, if you can't hear, there's some distraction going on. And it goes to exactly what the hell I'm about to talk about. Now, I might sound a little aggressive, but that's because I'm a passionate person about certain things. Which is right now, I'm passionate about how people are being manipulated by these tarot readers doing these zodiac signs. And the thing about it is, the zodiac signs that they're doing are actually ones that they don't like, or they're trying to figure out what's going on with a certain person, or they're just manipulating it and saying a whole entire story that doesn't even make sense. It's getting to the point where these tarot readers and these spiritualists and all this shit is either turning it into people listening, and the people that are the audience are either the psychosis ones or the people that are like going through a spiritual awakening, and they don't understand what's real and what's not real, or it's somebody that's just looking for entertainment. The spirituality is not entertainment. Tarot is not entertainment. That is literally going into the spiritual world. You don't do that. You don't go around somebody who is just a tarot reader and doesn't do anything to protect themselves in the spiritual world. It's just like going into war without weapons. Like, what the fuck are you doing there? Sorry for my language, but not. Reason why: it's not fair. It's not fair for the things that are already going on in the tarot community, in the spiritual community, with us spiritualists that are spiritual advisors, high priestess, high priests, whatever you want to call it, for us to awaken the unawakened. You guys make it hard for us. Main reason why: because once they awaken, y'all get mad. Y'all get mad when they awaken and they don't follow you anymore. They don't give you any more subscriptions. You get mad when they wake up. It's getting to the point where you guys also are throwing magic just because of the ego, just ego magic everywhere. You guys don't understand that magic has energy. Energy has to go somewhere. It doesn't, if it's even floating in the air, it's still going somewhere. You don't understand. Let's say that you're protected, but someone other than you, family member, something close to you, is not as protected as you. Somebody's throwing magic at you, or you're throwing magic at people. The backfire could not hit you and hit somebody that you love. Figure it out. Life is not about magic. And I'm going to be real. Spirit in the world, source, the devil, whatever, they're going to allow you to get away with stuff just so you can get your karma. Sometimes they'll allow you to get away with stuff for a very, very, very long time. Sometimes it's just because you need to wait until you walk into people like me, which, yes, I am walking karma. Yes, the people that I lead, that's why I call it the Vixen Leading Tribe, us Vixen leaders, us, I'm sorry, let me calm down. Us in the Vixen tribe, I call us leaders because in any kind of situation, spiritually or not, we have the mentality of a leader. We have the mentality of somebody to depend on when it comes to wisdom, okay? When it comes to being able to tell the truth, when it comes to not manipulating shit. And that's the issue right now with this community, is that people are manipulating things. People don't like Virgos but are reading on Virgos. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna manipulate it so it sounds bad, but you don't even understand the people that you're reading for is still your collective. So even though you're reading for Virgos and you don't like them, so you're trying to manipulate the story, you actually have a collective right there that needs that message, because regardless of what you try to do with those cards, the spirit's going to make that message come out in the cards. The illustration is there. Unfortunately, There's people who use these oracle cards and call themselves tarot readers. There's people who say that they're not a part of they're not psychic. You're not supposed to do tarot if you're not psychic. If you don't have a gift of being able to go between source of the 5D and the 3D, put the fucking cards down. If you're not going to put the cards down, you guys got to wake up a little bit more, okay? You guys got to understand, people who do tarot do magic. Why? Because magic is protection in this situation. So sorry that we actually protect ourselves, but you can't be afraid of what you don't know. Okay? These bigger numbers are usually the ones that are watching people like me and my soul sisters and my soul brothers, my spirit tribe readers. They're watching all of us to get their content. They wouldn't be able to be standing without us. Do you know how many times I will go live stream and my live stream individual readings will turn into their collective readings? It's real serious. And it's been like this for years, years, years. That's why I'm tired of it. So I'm sorry if my voice is loud. I'm sorry if I sound repetitive. I'm not venting, I'm educating, because it's time for me to actually put this in a video, because I've been saying shit live, okay? This is who I am authentically and who I am live stream or not. This is why I'm talking like this, okay? This isn't one of those videos where I'm trying to, I don't know. This is just real, raw, and authentic from me being a high priestess slash spiritual advisor to help you guys realize the real and the fake, because it's getting to the point where my live streams are not reaching enough people. They're not reaching enough people because I'm seeing these readers and they're just getting away with it. And I'm like, wow, they're just getting worse and worse and worse. How are you going to expose people just to become famous? That is going to create karma for you. You cannot act like there's a whole entire trajectory in your oracle reading that you're saying for a collective, and you're literally talking to another reader. There's so many of these readers that are connected because they want to, if a lot of times, if they want to do something other than readings, like acting, singing, rapping, modeling, anything that makes them famous, usually they're not a spiritualist. Spiritualists do not like a lot of energy around them. If they become famous, they become famous, but they're not going to strive towards it. People who strive towards it are the ones that you guys are listening to. That's why it's considered entertainment, and it's not. The reason why we have to say for entertainment purposes only is so we do not get fucking sued. But that's when you're talking about somebody else, like a celebrity or something, okay? Because that's where that allegedly shit comes in. You have to understand that an authentic spiritualist is going to tell you what's real and what's not real. So if they hurt your feelings, they're going to hurt your feelings, but they're hurting your feelings with the truth. And we don't care if we hurt your feelings with the truth, because we are here to give the message. We can't gatekeep what was meant to be told to you. You can't be called a messenger and be like, nope, I'm just going to save that one. Nope, I'm not going to use that. Nope, I'm going to manipulate that message. You can't do that. You cannot do that. It's really a literal abuse of power, and it's abusing the masses. You guys have to understand, spirituality is not religion. So take religion out of it and let's use a church and a priest slash priestess and the masses. The belief right now is spirituality, because in order for you to be, if you're not woke, you're fucked. So in order for you to be woke, you need what? A priest or a priestess, somebody to look up to for you to be able to drink the water that you're being led to, right? So I'm somebody that leads you to the water. If you're smart enough, wise enough, whatever, you'll drink it. But I'm not here to force anything on you. The doors are open, right? So whoever comes in, comes in. God is the one that exits people out. But unfortunately, I thought I could just go live stream. evidently I have to do my little rants on videos so you guys can hear my rant, even if it sounds like a lecture, because I'm still educating you guys. Okay? This life is real. Spirituality is real. The spiritual life, it's dangerous. People say, you don't do the work. You don't do the work. You don't. There's more than just work. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. The ones that are doing all this stuff to fluff up things, to say you're not doing the work, they're not doing the work. They don't even know what the work is themselves. That's why they say the work. The work is a lifestyle. The work is you working for God. They don't do that. They work for themselves. They work for their egos. That's why that's why there's baby witches and all this shit. Magic is supposed to be private. It is. But since people want to have their egos into it, it's getting fucked over. It's like, that's why spiritual warfare is at its all-time high right now. The person right next to you can actually be your biggest op. Reason why? There's so much being thrown in the spiritual world outside that you don't see. Okay. And there's so much bad negativity that's just waiting for a body to take over. Literally, a host would be what you would be. There's bad entities being everywhere. As soon as your vibration is low enough, they can enter your body and take over it. Reason being, there's nothing solid in the world ever. Okay. We're all made out of atoms. ATOMS, matter. We are not something that is like solid. There's things that can go through us, like entities, if your vibration is low enough. The reason why they call alcohol spirits is because when you get your vibrations low enough, you definitely, don't you wake up feeling like a different person? Exactly. So add that times 10. Okay. Unfortunately, right now, it's to the point where if they're a family member, depending on what they do, they can get their body taken over and they're not that family member anymore. There might be times where you have to cut people off in order for you to win, even if they're close to you. Spiritual warfare is that dark. And it's that serious. It's starting in the DNA. I talked about this a very long time ago, and it's showing right now that there's demons and dark things going around, entering seeds of darkness for it to be born. So there's spiritual warfare just born out the valley. Okay? So God has to counteract that. So there's light workers that have to be vessels to bring out from the valley good, God's children, the ones that are able to go into hell, bring the people out of hell and bring them back to life. Because I don't believe in heaven and all of that, because that's religion. I just believe in life is life. And if they're in a bad state, you can call whatever you need to, But I mean, how are you resting in peace if hell, if you, I'm sorry, hell is on earth, okay? But other than that, it's going to, that's exactly what I'm getting at. It's the darkness. The world is 94% dark, okay? But the light overshadows the dark. So you don't know that. You don't see the darkness because there's shadows. You got to pay attention to yourself and only yourself right now. You have to do your own research. You can't go off of what people say. You can't go off of their smile. Usually the biggest smile is your worst enemy right now, because there's no way that people can manipulate as many people as they thought, because people are getting woke. The more people that get woke, the more evil is going to get dark and angry, and then they gotta go. So it's like there's a storm and then there's a calm. So just let these people just battle each other out, right? But pay attention to what you're watching online. When you are in certain readers, live streams, they can and will take your energy, feel your energy, grab onto your energy, start doing spells on you. They don't have to know your birthday, your name, and all that shit. They don't need to know that. They can hypnotize you through their eyes and their mouth. Energy is manipulative. That's what magic is. Manipulating the energy around you to get what you want. What do you think manifestation is? Do you believe in magic? That's what manifestation is. Don't you get it, baby? That is magic. So just get it together, guys, okay? We have to love each other. That's what's going to exit out that darkness. Is it hard to do that? No. Reason why? Because our instinct as a human is for us to unite. Okay? How are we the United States if we're not uniting? Make it make sense. So, okay, this sounds pretty random, but I bet you guys got a lot of education from what I said. And it's mainly because I had to come on here to say what I had to say on video because I can't get to everybody live stream. And it's shown right now that I was led to do this. I was led to do this. Just know the less numbers, it's quality versus quantity, okay? The quality of spiritualists and stuff, you know, their numbers might be lower and stuff, but that's because quality comes in smaller numbers. Quantity is something that is more to handle, and spiritualists have enough to handle in life, okay? I'm saying this because a lot of us deserve a lot more respect. Just to bottom line it, just to cut through the crap cake, we deserve a respect that other people are getting. And they're getting that respect from watching us. And we go through a lot that we don't need to tell you and that we don't have to tell you because it's not your business. You guys don't need to know what we're going through. We go through it so we can tell you what not to go through. We're not here for you guys to learn our life, you know? And I'm talking about spiritual advisors, people that are here. Social media is the new church. You don't get to know the priest or the priests. Now, that's why I say this is God's work. How are we getting paid? God. You know why? Because when you walk by God, you get what you deserve because he will compensate you. I say he because it's a masculine energy. Who knows what God is? If you're religious, that's cool. Put religion into your spirituality. A religion is a decision. Spirituality is necessary. Mind, body, and soul. What do you think a soul is? How do you think it's a spirituality? Okay. You got to take care of yourself in order for you to be a wholesome person, the Holy Trinity. Okay. You can add what you want to your life, but you really have to know that the spiritual world is real. You're in it, and it doesn't matter if you see it or not. It is there, honey bunny. You got to start really paying attention to your intuition and knowing that there's a difference between your intuition and your insecurities, because there's things that you will always feel that cannot go away, and there's things that you question, and the things that you question is things that you let go of. The feeling in your gut that just can't go away regardless of who or what it is, you go with that. You don't always need to see the proof in the pudding to know that there's proof in the pudding. I love everyone that loves me with good intentions. I hope that you guys get some information from what I said. And I love you all.